After breakfast, we went ahead and got started on planning out our herb garden. Billy went ahead and measured out the space and then prepped the holes so that all we would have to do is put the plants in. While he did that, I went ahead and got to pinching our basil. You want to pinch the third leaves off. That allows the plant to grow bushier instead of tall and leggy. Now that the holes were prepped, we decided to tag team the transplanting. At first, I was just handing them to Billy, but it was taking too long, and our time is limited now that we have 3 babies. So I pitched in and we started working together. Unfortunately, there were a few things that we decided not to transplant or that didn't take. Cilantro being one of them. Some of the parsley didn't turn out to be as strong as we would have liked. And there were a few others like lavender and marjoram that were either too weak to transplant just yet or died or didn't come up at all. So those things we left the space for and we just planted by seed afterwards. But for the most part, we're very happy with how our herbs look. The basil all turned out really strong, and we're looking forward to watching these grow.
On the flower farming side of things, we purchased 15 bare root roses over the week. We prepped out this little space, and this is where we're going to put them, in the front right next to the wildflowers. We already have a rose bush there, not for cutting, but just for our own personal pleasure. So we decided just to keep all the roses together. Billy bought this landscaping fabric, and since we were doing 2 rows, we decided to test out which would be easiest for the future of prepping the fabric so that we can dig holes and plant seeds or plants. The first row he did with a blowtorch. The second row he did just by cutting with a utility knife. For small scale, he decided that the utility knife was much easier and quicker, but for large scale, we'd have to come up with something else. To plant the roses, we let the bare roots soak in water for a few hours in the morning, out of sunlight. Then we watered down all of the holes, prepped them with some good compost and soil, and started to plant them. As we planted, we filled the holes, sprayed them down with the water so that the dirt could compact, and then we would go back over with a little bit more soil and compost if we needed to. After we got all the roses planted and we were happy with how everything looked, we went back over the landscaping fabric and mulched it with wood chips. On social media, we decided to do a bouquet giveaway of peonies to try and build our local following and build up awareness about our flower farm. This is the first bouquet that we've made, and it is so beautiful and makes us even more excited to see what's to come with our flower farm. That's all we have for you this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.